Hello, traders. How are you? Welcome. Anna DeShields here. Thank you for joining me tonight. Today is Thursday, October 12th, 2023. I just have my other mic going, so this is going in my ear. Just a second. Hold on. Okay, good. At least I know my mic check's working. Welcome, welcome. Super excited that you're joining us, joining me actually. Um, we're going to be on for a short period of time and let's get right into it. Thank you so much. What I'm going to do, traders, is we left off on Tuesday. What we're going to do is we're going to look at Bitcoin, and you'll learn in this session today how to draw fibs, how to read them, also looking at support and resistance and re-entries. So what we did on Tuesday with our time together, we looked at Bitcoin and we were looking for the sell down or the buy up. We weren't sure which one she was going to do. So today we'll unpack that and look at the move. So what I like to do is run the play, run the clip from my training on um, Tuesday, and then we can just watch what we're going to look at for today. All right. So let me go ahead and get that rolling. Just a second. Okay. All right. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the right look. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and run this clip and we're going to see what we're going to be looking at. This is what we left off on Tuesday at. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and press play and make sure this plays correctly. Okay, trader. So that's what we're looking at, and we're gonna explore. But I do want to run that playback. Let's see here. Oh, here we are. It's hidden. Okay. Let me just run that track back for just a quick second. I just want to show one part that is pretty important. So just one second. Okay, got the place where I wanted to be at. And then let me go ahead and get it to display. Oh, okay. Okay, just a second. Actually, we don't need that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this now. Okay, now what I'll do is go into the actual visual of it. Okay. So that there is what we looked at on Tuesday. And then what we're going to do is see what happened. But I just wanted to go ahead and replay that. Replay that. You can find that on. Um, you can find that on the recording from 1010. It's at 36. 36. What was that? 36 something. Hold on, let me think. I have it here. 30. Oh shoot. 36:39. I think it started at in the recording from um, on Tuesday. If you want to check right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what happened then. Okay. All right. Now we are here on. It's the same chart. It's just I made it a black background. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead to the 4 hour and pick up where we had left off there. Okay. Let's go ahead and take that out and let's make this a little bit not so bright. We had the white background before, so that was a bit much. All right, got another fib going on here, so let's find out. Make sure I have the right fib on. Looks like we got another fib going on here. Quite sure why. Delete that. And we're gonna bring this up to here. You know what I'm going to do, traders, is I don't want this to mess me up, and it's kind of messing me up. So let me put it on the other background so I can just go ahead and see quickly what I want. Okay. All right. Now, I think that was the wrong one I deleted. There's our write-up. Let's go ahead and delete this. And let's put that one back. Okay, that is correct there. All right, here's our wording that we wrote up on Tuesday. Okay, so I'm going to put that over to the side here so it doesn't confuse us. And let's see what happened. What did she do? Well, she did break the 800, didn't she? She broke the 800 and broke through the support here and went down to the last line of defense and then even broke that and down into our deeper fib. So that was awesome. I mean, you could take it either way, right? Let's go ahead and look at the 1 hour. We had that 1 hour fib on there too. And we had it going into the heartbeat zone on the 4 hours. Let's go to the 4 hour real quick. I'm thinking that I have the wrong fib on here. I accidentally deleted it. So that's throwing me off. Yeah, we deleted something we weren't supposed to. Just a second. Let me put that back. Nothing like live time. Excuse me. Hmm. One more. One more time. We had two fibs on here, remember? And I was like, why is that other fib there? There it is. Okay. Now I want to go here and go to the white background. Okay. I believe this was our 1 hour fib and this is our 4 hour fib. Yes. All right. Let me go ahead and put this on the right color because that's going to mess me up. We need to make this one green. The green is for the 1 hour and that's the one that we were working off of. Make that green. We need to make that green. And then we're going to hide it. If I remember correctly, maybe in that last video, I was showing you it as well on the 4 hour so you could see how it fit inside of it. But I don't want that to show right now. All right. So here we are. I'll take this fib off here. I just made that earlier before I got on. Okay. Now I feel a little bit better and I feel more comfortable, saying what I was saying. Okay, so what did she do? We ended here and she hadn't come down this far. Okay, well, she went ahead and Bitcoin broke through the 800 and then broke and closed and opened below and then went into our heartbeat zone of the 5061.8. And so what we have here is on the right here, we have did BTC down to the heartbeat zone. That's what HB stands for. Heartbeat zone on the 4 hour time frame. Did she do that? Yes, she's there. She went even past there, where we can determine if we want to take the buy up. Does she not sell down to the zone from number one and buy up to 11.5 zone on the 1 hour? Because on the 1 hour time frame, we are at the zone where she could normally return back up to the buy trend. So on that 1 hour, what we were saying was, and here's that fib, is when she was down here, she was at this awesome area where she should buy back up and then sell up to this zone, up to the 11.5. Was she going to do that? Well, we see that she didn't. She did not. Right in here, we wanted her to go up to here. She did not do that at all. She broke down and broke the 100% retracement right here, traders. She went ahead and broke that low and then continued to drop even lower. Drop even lower. And since she dropped even lower, I go into my higher time frame fib, which at this zone, she comes out of this area and goes down to this zone and breaks this. Now that's the heartbeat zone of the 4 hour fib. That fib we were just looking at that was red. Okay, so on Tuesday night, around this time, she was here. She dropped, came back up, tapped this support here, and then broke the 800 and then continued on to sell. Okay, so our momentum also told us that. Our momentum also showed us that she was still selling. Now, I didn't show you this when we were on Tuesday. I didn't bring this out, but that's okay. At this time, you'll see here with our momentum, oh, shoot, because this is another confluence that can help you identify if it's still going to have selling pressure on it. So here at this time, there was still room for it to come down. So when I hadn't brought this up when we were on Tuesday, so I hadn't looked at it, but it sure enough was selling. So if I did see that, I would be like, well, Well, it says she has more room to sell down, so we'll see if she sells down, if she breaks her 100% retracement and continues on. Also, if we go to the 4 hour, on the 4 hour, we as well see the momentum is still selling, is still selling. Okay. So technically, it could still have sold down, which it did. All right. So where are we at today? Where are we at today? Well, on our 4 hour, we are now with our fib up here, 5061.8 zone, which is a normal area that traders like to re-enter into the market. It's the normal area that traders like to re-enter into the market. Let me go ahead and make this darker. Jeez, all these distractions. Okay. All right. Price went down here, looking at the bottom, all the way up to the top, and then pulled back down. And normally in this area here is where traders want to re-enter their trade. Well, it surpassed this area. Now, ideally, I want this sucker to come down to here for an even better entry to return back up with the trend in the up movement, coming up to this zone and eventually coming back up to here. Well, good Lord, that's a lot of pips, isn't it? That's a lot of points ahead of us. Will Bitcoin do that? Yeah, I believe she will. That will be over 1,300 pips, traders. So we don't meet again. I don't go live again with you until Tuesday of next week. So that is Tuesday, 10/17. The question is now is, will Bitcoin have returned back up to this area here in this zone, or is she going to sell even more, or just stay in this area? So what are the different confluences, and what I'll be working with you is to help you identify with this technical analysis, if you can go ahead and set up your trades for these swing plays, right? So right now, it would be nice for her to sell back down into the zone and then return back up. You could do ahead. I would probably go ahead and do a few trades. One of them I'll be taking up just to this zone and then see what she does. And then I'll have another trade going for the long-term haul to come up to this area. So I'll have a few different positions open. I'll show you what I'm doing. Oh, and that also reminds me. Good reminder. This here, traders, is for educational purposes only. Okay, what I'm sharing with you. Let me show my disclaimer. All right. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not giving you trade, telling you what to do. All right. This is for your education purpose only. All right. um, so let's see what the momentum is. What else is our momentum telling us? So we are down at the bottom, still selling, still has room to move down. On the day time frame, on the day, Bitcoin has a lot more room to come down. Still has room to come down. So 25,000 is still on the table. We'd have to look at another fib for that. Okay, we'd have to look at another fib for that. We're just taking this move right here. Okay, so there is still room for her to move down. Let's look at the week. What's a week look like? The week we're actually are buying up, even though we're not moving up that much. We are up in the buying momentum back up. Okay, so that's what's on the future forecast. All right. So buying back up on the week, our day is selling, still has room to sell down. We'll see if she continues to sell down before we have a pullback up. I believe we'll have a pullback back up. Okay, she's already. I took a buy earlier tonight for a little bit, and so on a lower time frame, she is buying. All right. So what is the play for now? What's the play for now? Well, she could go ahead and sell down to this area here, the 78.6, or return to buy up to this zone and eventually went up to the 11.5. Okay. Now, I don't mean to be so technical when we get on together. Listen, if you have any questions, traders, maybe you're new to Bitcoin or maybe you're new to trading Bitcoin, about the day trading. Stay with me. Join me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I also will be dropping clips on my social media and on YouTube. How to draw a channel, how to draw a fib. What the heck are they even for? Why do I need them? Why are they important to me to be a consistently profitable trader? What do I need to know about them? So I'll be going into different areas when you're a trader. I hadn't planned on doing this 3 or 4 years ago when I got into it. And now this is really primarily all that I do. And I coach others and help them learn to day trade and become a consistently profitable trader. So it's a great opportunity for you to, it's a very technical, advanced skill. That I would tell you that I wish some others had told me when I first got started. It's not something, um, you can easily get into. There's a lot of um, information behind it. I'm trying to find that word that I want to use. It's at a master skill. It really is. It's a master skill. So if you were to go to college for something like this, perhaps, you would have that 4 year syllabus, curriculum, beginning, advanced, and then you could even have your master's. So it does take time to learn this skill and understand that there's a lot involved. And I'd love to be able to share with you my journey at another time, but I'll share with you right now. I had no idea what I was getting into. And now that I have invested my time into it and have been very good at it, enjoyed also teaching others, um, this is what I enjoy to do. It fits my personality well. And the people that in my community are um, eager to learn about it as well. And a lot in my community that I'm in is a lot of female traders. So it's pretty cool too, because when I go out to different boot camps or different areas that other communities are at for trading, it's not always females there. So we are in the space. Okay. So if there's something you're interested in or another topic that you'd like to hear about, let me know. DM me, leave a comments on YouTube, or you can find me on Instagram, Visual Silence Technology. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, let me make sure I don't have anybody sending a comment through real quick. I don't want to ignore them. Okay, good. Okay, so let's go ahead then. We saw what took place. Let's go down to the 1 hour and examine it. I told you that you learn how to draw fibs today and support and resistance and re-entries, because we're looking to re-enter now. Now that she's sold down, I want to take it back up for a little bit. All right. So here's our 4 hour fib, and she has broken that. So what I need to do is rename this really quick. Excuse me, this is our 1 hour fib from low to high. And normally I put when I started it. Let me go ahead and just do that, because I have different charts with different information on it, but I do want to show you traders on how you can identify your market analysis work, your technical analysis work. So here I started this fib on 10-1. So what I'll do is I'll rename that so I know when I started the fib. and it's on the 1 hour time frame, and then it's a low to high fib. And then I put the date of when I made it. And I think I made this on Tuesday. So I'm going to put 10/10 to 23, but a question mark. Okay. And then what I normally do is I have a folder that has all my 1 hour fibs. But on this chart, I'm doing it a little bit different. I'm putting all of the information in on that day. So this would be Tuesday. Um, and it doesn't look like I have a Tuesday folder. Doesn't look like I have a Tuesday folder. This may be in my Sunday folder. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all right. Let's see where this sucker's at. This as well needs to be identified on Tuesday. Or maybe that sucker's on the Sunday fib. Let me rename that and put that here. And I believe I made that on 10/10 too. Okay. And I need to put this with this and then do a new folder. I'm going to rename it Tuesday 10 10. Oops. 10 10 2 3. And I'll put live stream so I'll know. Okay. And I made it today. Oops. I made the folder today. All right. So this fib here, I'm going to go ahead and hide it now. I'll lock it and hide it because it's not applicable. And then this, I will keep this. I do want to see that. And then let's see how we would mark up for tonight. So for tomorrow, maybe something you could go ahead and see if it plays out or how it works for you. Or if you have any questions, you got stuck in it, be happy to teach you maybe what you could have done differently with the technical analysis part. Okay. Now, this is a new for me starting these live streams. So I thank you for joining, and enjoy trading. I've been trading here for about 4 years now, 3 to 4 years now. Bitcoin exclusively for the past 2 years. Every day I have been trading Bitcoin. So I have a lot of chart markups, a lot of trades I've taken with her. I also scalp an intraday and swing. Well, not too much swing, but scalp an intraday with NAS. Now also getting into US 30 with scalping that. So, but my primary focus is Bitcoin, and I enjoy trading. Um, it's a lot of work. It's a very big, challenging um, skill, but it matches my personality really well. And I want to be able to connect with you. I don't hear from you where I'm used to being in a group and I hear feedback. So I'll be sure not to keep these sessions too long. We're running a half an hour now. So I'll look to wrap up here early now, here in just a couple of minutes. But I did want to, talk with you and let you know that I am thankful that you're joining, and stick with me, follow me, share me with a friend if they're wanting to learn how to get started with day trading. There's a lot of people, wonderful people out there that you can um, check out what they're teaching. But I would love for you to spend your time with me as well, and we get to know one another and be able to connect. Okay, well, let's see here. So if I was not with you guys and I woke up, if I were to get into this trade right now, this is how I would run this analysis. All right. So I would say, okay, this is what I see. I see a high, low. It's almost returned all the way back here to this peak here. So that lets me know that it could probably sell back down. Now, the confluence that I will use to verify that is my momentum. My momentum still is buying up though. So let me show you what I mean with the actual fib. When you draw a fib, you want to draw it in the direction of the trend. Well, it is buying up, but I don't have a big pullback yet. So I actually have to draw it from where it was. And then what happens is I'm going to show you in just a second. Okay. What happens is when I draw this price, look, it almost came right back to its beginning. And when something like that happens, normally the market will then continue do a little pullback and sell down. Or if there's a nice strong a lot of the bulls are in control, they'll go ahead and push the market back up and it will break this high, it won't care. And that's what will happen. It will happen. We just have to see when and then come back up into this zone. But in order to do that, it needs to break these highs here. And what will help guide you is a fib. There's a lot of other things that traders can use. I'm going to go ahead and do a fib. I just want to see where she lays at because you saw how that other fib played out. Okay, we saw how that other fib played out. Okay, so now off of this little move here from a high to low, prices come up to the 5061.8 zone. Okay, and if she wants to sell back down, it could sell back down into this zone. But since there's still more buying momentum, it could very well come up to here, and that's not that far away. So when I was in that trade about an hour or so ago, I could have gone ahead and held on to it and then take it up into this zone and then reevaluated what I wanted to do. All right, so when you draw your fibs, the purpose of them is to get a roadmap of where market could possibly go from right now. Okay, so could come up into this zone, and then if she wants to sell down, selling, returning back to here. But the thing is that I'm going to look at my higher time frames and see what other confluences are telling me what to do, what I should be evaluating. Well, let's take this off. Let's see what our momentum is doing. Our momentum is now just starting to buy. Not quite yet, but it is at the bottom and it's also at that zone where here really should an awesome entry to buy it back up. But we're still at another great zone too. We could buy up to here and then eventually go up to here. So